In 2021, the Tampa Bay Rays won 100 games, and when you look back at their roster, it makes a whole lot of sense why. The starting pitching actually wasn't even anything that great, and their ace Tyler Glasnow had his season limited to just 88 innings, having to get Tommy John surgery by the end of the year. The bullpen, however, was magnificent. Skip ahead 1 year later, and the Rays made the postseason again for the fourth year in a row. With that said, they never really had a shot. The 2022 Tampa Bay Rays won 86 games, but that of course doesn't tell the whole story. In some ways, the Rays this season were superior than last year's roster. To start, the rotation. Their main four rotation guys were all solid. Corey Kluber had the highest ERA of them at 4.34, but that's not even that bad. As for the other three, Shane McClanahan was an all-star, Drew Rasmussen and Jeffrey Springs were incredible, and then you hand it off to the bullpen. The Rays bullpen was full of names that you probably have never heard of, but they were nasty. Jason Adam has been awesome this season as the team's closer. Brooks Raley was really good, same with Jalen Beeks and Matt Whistler. Pete Fairbanks had to miss a lot of the season due to injury, but when he came back, he pitched to an ERA around 1 in 24 innings. JP Fireisen didn't allow a single run in 24 and a third innings. As a whole, the team ERA for the Rays in 2022 was 3.41. The team ERA for the Rays in 2021, last year, 3.67 and around the same amount of innings. So there you have it. The pitching, although really good in both seasons, was actually better this year than last. So why did they win 14 less games? The offense had a massive downgrade of a season. To truly show this downgrade and regression from 21 to 22, let's start with the 2021 offense. In 2021, the Tampa Bay Rays hit to a combined 321 on base percentage, a 429 slugging percentage, and a 750 OPS, swatting 222 home runs. That 321 on base percentage was 11th in all of baseball, the 429 slugging was 8th in all of baseball, the 750 OPS was 10th in all of baseball, and the 222 homers was 6th in all of baseball. I mean, they were right there in or just outside of the top 10 in all of those important offensive categories. In 2022, the Tampa Bay Rays hit to a combined 309 on base percentage, a 377 slugging percentage, a 686 OPS, and connected for only 139 home runs. The 309 on base percentage was 20th in the league, the 377 slugging was 25th, the 686 OPS was 24th in the league, and the 139 home runs hit was 17th in all of baseball. That's a 9-spot drop-off for on base, a 17-spot drop-off for slugging, a 14-spot drop-off for OPS, and they went from having the 6th most homers in baseball to dropping 11 spots back to 17th. To sum all of that up, the Rays offense just hasn't been very good in 2022, and they didn't go into the postseason on a hot note either. In 14 games to end their regular season, the Rays hit 211 with a 626 OPS, hit 224 with a 637 OPS in the last month, and ended their season going 0 for 5 against the Astros and Red Sox, hitting 183 with an OPS below 600 as a team in the final week. To sum that up, there was absolutely no reason to be afraid of this Rays lineup heading into the playoffs. The pitching was good, in fact great at times, statistically even better than it was last season when they won 100 games, and on top of that, they were getting Tyler Glasnow back. But with the offense as abysmal as it had been heading into October, it was very hard to see the Rays making any noise, and they didn't. Ironically, they did score the first run of the entire 2022 postseason on a home run, taking a 1-0 lead against Cleveland, but that was all they did for the rest of the entire series, as Shane Bieber went 7 2/3 innings, allowing just 1 run and striking out 8 Rays hitters, and then Emmanuel Clase came out and shut the door with a 4-out save. Tristan McKenzie then did his thing today, throwing 6 shutout innings with 8 strikeouts. So did the entire Guardians pitching staff, holding the Rays scoreless for 15 innings, as they'd go on to walk things off with a walk-off bomb by SpongeBob, aka Oscar Gonzalez, in the bottom of the 15th to win it 1-0. The Rays finished the wildcard series scoring 1 run and mustered just 9 hits through 24 innings. Anybody can win in playoff baseball. It's so unexpected, and that's part of what makes it so great. But when you have an offense like the 2022 Tampa Bay Rays that just had such a hard time scoring, it seems virtually impossible to get very far, even with the pitching staff that they had. Cleveland barely hit either, of course, only scoring 3 runs overall on 2 home runs, but they were the better team, and they showed it.